just had the outcome of the vote, and it's a resounding yes vote. It's 84% yes for industrial action.
Were you surprised it was such a high amount?
No, not really. The feeling has been very strong amongst the workforce for a long time now. I mean, we've been very patient. I mean, it's almost a year now since we started our negotiations, and the strength of feeling has remained strong throughout the year.
I mean, we've talked about this before. People think, everyone's having to pull in their belts a bit. You aren't showing any signs that is the case for the post office.
I mean, we've gone down every avenue. We've gone to talks with the managers. We've gone to arbitration. Which we could have lost in arbitration. We think we've got a justifiable case, and that's why we've taken so long to come to where we are now. Even now, at this 11th hour, we're writing letters to MHKs and chief ministers who are clearly involved. Because we've never been so many questions to Parliament about the post office. We want them to come round the table now and have pragmatic talks, and let's see if we can move the situation forward. The last thing in the world we want to do is go on strike.
So this is like getting a good card in a game, isn't it? Basically, you feel your bargaining position is now enhanced.
I wouldn't like to use it as a bargaining tool. It is there, and if we have to use it, it'll have to be validated. It only has a month or so. That industrial action, strike action, we only have a month before we can use it. I mean, we will have a meeting with the membership, and we will discuss all the scenarios with the membership. But first of all, we want to get the management team and the government on board, and let's have some pragmatic talks.
It's interesting, you haven't actually issued any word of an actual strike at this stage, have you?
No, we wouldn't. First of all, as we promised our members, we would report straight back to them, and we will be having a full branch meeting very shortly, to be arranged.
Do you think your members have that sort of will to actually go on strike?
Yes, they do have. They do feel very strongly. We've had increased profits. The post office, despite their wording of it, they did promise us that we would share in the rewards. I mean, I was there at the meeting. I heard all of what was said at the pay talks, and I know exactly what was said. And to me, they're going back on their word. I mean, they promised us a share in the rewards. We've had plenty of rewards, and we want our share.
Now let's talk about this agreement that you have between you and the management. Have you found it, the signed copy yet?
There's no. As far as I know, I can't find a signed copy. But I know what the agreement was. I've seen the agreement. It was submitted with a lot of other things, including pensions, pay rises. It was a whole inclusive document. All the other things on the document have been brought into force, except for this last piece.
Are you now getting back into talks with the management?
Well, like I say, we've written to them today, and to all MHKs and the Chief Minister and the managers of the Post Office, the directors and all the board members. We want to talk, and we think they should come and talk to us properly now.
I presume you don't think the management have handled this very well?
No. Quite frankly, no, they haven't. I mean, I've worked for the Post Office for 28 years, and I've never ever known the Post Office be mentioned so much in the papers and in Tynwald, and there was no need for it. And we could have come to an amicable agreement. We haven't said how much we want or what we think we're entitled to. We just haven't been offered anything. So that's what we want. We want consultation, proper talks, and move forward and put this behind us.
Because that is one pay dispute dealt with, well, underway, but you've now got the other one that's really coming up again. You backlog it almost, aren't you?
Yeah. We've got next year's pay claim, which starts on April the 1st. I mean, a letter has been submitted by Terry Pullinger for the pay claim for next year. I mean, we're very open-minded. If you mean we can do 2-year deals, 1-year deal. I mean, I don't know. They have to put something like that on the table, but certainly we're open-minded and we're prepared to talk about anything.
Finally, do you actually believe there could be a withdrawal of labour, a strike by your members in the post office in Alaman?
I certainly do if provoked. Yes, I do. Unless the managers prove to be more reasonable, I can see it. Yes.